prospect forex traders who aspire to trade for organizations such as banks and, of course, private concerns. We have decided to put out these online course because of the COVID-19 issue which is plaguing the world today, which, of course, as we all know, has displaced a lot of people off their jobs and, of course, cut off their source of income. And so we have decided to create and share this knowledge across as a way to create source of income for a lot of people out there for our online audience. All right, so I want to enjoy you to sit back and relax and enjoy the course. Thank you. And so we will be discussing certain deep, or you can as well say dark forex secrets regarding forex concepts, principles, and of course strategy as adopted by a lot of professional forex traders, stockbrokers, and of course the big financial institutions who would never reveal these things to me. Now, this course will try to reduce all of the noise you have always heard from various training authors, so that at the end of this training you will be able to do the following. One, you'll be able to read and interpret the actual candles hidden behind conventional Japanese candlesticks you find on charts. And number two, you'll be able to determine when the market will make a sharp move, a sudden sharp move away from a point over a short period of time. And number three, you'll be able to determine when the market will make a large peak movement over a period of time. And number four, be able to determine when the market will make a fake movement. Thank you. We find fake outs in the market. And number five, you'll be able to determine when a strategy will fail, or if a strategy will fail, or if a strategy will not fail, and of course how long a strategy will work before it fails. And lastly, how long or how much wins or losses a strategy will give you before it fails. So all of these you will find out. Now lastly, at the end of the course, you will be able to gain entries into the markets by engaging certain technical tools such as your price trap, your zone trap, your order block, your trend line, your resistance and support line, your supply and demand zones, your candle types, of course, candle pattern. So all of these you will learn how to use to find and gain entries into the market. All right. And so this course will take us through three major topics. One, day trading strategy. Number two, forex resources. And number three, strategy analysis and, of course, management. And number one, under day trading strategy, we'll be looking at two things. We're looking at candle mathematics, how you can apply the concept of math within forex market. Of course, bringing the science in there to determine market direction, of course, entry positions. And number two, under that, we will be looking at zone trap, where we'll be discussing fake zones and, of course, real zones, and how you can capture real zones and, of course, avoid fake zones. And number two major topic is forex resources. Under that, we will be discussing three subtopics, including analysis resources, trading resources, and management resources. Under analysis resources, we will be looking at the concept of verifying an asset, verifying data built around an asset. In the case of currency, if you want to, once you have made a decision on the pair you want to trade for that day, what you want to do first of all is to take that pair into the analyst resource platform, where you want to seek the opinion of a couple of forex analysts. What is their bias on that pair? What is their forecast? What is their inputs? What's their position on that pair? Now, once you have that data, you want to take that data into another analysis resource platform, referred to as currency strength meter, where you want to determine the strength of each of the currency within that pair, which of course gives you an insight on the market direction. Of course, ultimately entry point. And from there, you take that data into a third analysis resource platform where you want to determine the volume of each of the currency within that pair, which also gives you insight on direction. All right. So once you have all of that data, you take that data into trading resource platform where you want to interpret that data into information by engaging certain technical tools such as your candle type, your candle pattern, your trend line, your supply and demand zone, your support, your demand and supply zone, your confluence, your order block, your price track, your zone track, and of course all of that. So in transcribing that data into information before you go to find your entry points. And so once you have your entry point, you can now transit to the management resource environment where you want to engage certain things to make a certain decision regarding the pair. Of course, you can get to engage the management resource platform before your analysis and of course before your training, where you want to determine the session best suited for that pair. You want to determine how much pips that pair records within that session. So you need to get all of that information to inform on your decision on how well or how much you want to engage that pair. Now, of course, still on the management resources, you want to learn how to use what is called a trading journal. A trading journal allows you to engage your strategy and, of course, the pair efficiently. You want to have some information based on historic data, based on the behavior of a strategy or a pair type past. When it failed, what was the reason why it failed, and how much peak does you record in the time past. You have all of that details there, so you learn how to create a trading journal, of course, how to manage one as well. And then third, under management resource, you want to learn how to use your interest compounding, which of course we hear is one of the wonders of the world. It's amazing how you can grow a small size account into a large size account over a short period of time. So you learn how to use that resource tool there. And of course, you learn how to calculate pips to determine your risk reward ratio, determine how much people are taking off the market. And lastly, you want to learn how to use your withdrawal plan. It's a tool that helps you to trade and withdraw how much you should withdraw in a week and how much you should reinvest. So you learn how to use that tool there. So all of these things are resource materials that are available on that management resource platform. And for the last topic, which is strategy analysis and management, here you will learn how to determine when a strategy will fail, or you will learn how to determine if a strategy will fail or if a strategy will not fail. And of course, you learn how to determine how long the strategy will work before it fails. Of course, how much wins and losses the strategy would generate before it fails. So all of that is what you will learn under analysis, strategy analysis and management. Of course, under that, you will also learn how to convert your strategy into an expert advisor. Of course, using an expert advisor means you want to let the market trade on your behalf if you have a busy schedule. And of course, in doing that, you don't have to learn how to write a program or how to code. You can actually build an EA, an expert advisor, within minutes without having to program, because you can do it yourself. So these are things you learn. Of course, before you can test the strategy, you need to compile it into an EA to test the efficiency, to test how much it is done in time pass, to determine whether it will do well, or to determine how much wins and losses it will incur, whether it will work or not. So all of these things are things you will learn. So that is what testing the strategy does for you, as against the conventional way a lot of traders out there do. They get a strategy, they engage in strategy in a demo trading for a long period of time, and after losses on their account, they can decide, oh, I'm going to discard this strategy or engage it in live trading. So you learn how to avoid all of that and go into proper back testing within minutes to determine the efficiency of a strategy. All right, now this course promises a whole lot, so I want to encourage you to ask any question whatsoever you want to ask, and of course we will answer that. So then sit back and enjoy your course.